Hey guys, Tony Maritato here. If you are not helping your client receive access to reimbursement funds that they are entitled to, you might be missing the boat. So in today's video, I'm going to share an Aetna form. It's called the 2024 Fitness Reimbursement Form. If you're selling access to your physical therapy clinic, a fitness membership, a non-covered maintenance membership, if you're selling fitness-related products, QBs, recumbent bikes, even down to a TheraBand or dumbbell, and you are not accessing this information for your Aetna Medicare beneficiaries, you might be missing out, or you're costing your clients more money than they need to pay out. Let me share the screen. Let me show you the form, and then we'll go through a couple of the logistics on how I'm using this in my physical therapy clinic today to help all of my Aetna Medicare beneficiaries receive the reimbursement that they've paid for. Okay, let's take a look. So this is the Aetna 2024 Fitness Reimbursement Form. There's a couple questions across the top, right? It's asking, number one, did the beneficiary read the evidence of coverage? Then it says, was the item purchased in 2024 for use in 2024? Is the service or the item for personal use? Do you have an itemized receipt? They need the date of purchase, the name of the retailer, the location of the retailer, and the description of the item and the amount. So if you scroll down, this is what I do in my physical therapy clinic. Once I have somebody who is an Aetna Medicare beneficiary, and I think they're appropriate for an independent self-pay maintenance program that's not covered by Aetna insurance, I offer them a wellness membership. Now, I offer the same wellness membership to any physical therapy patient, but I know Aetna has this reimbursement option. If they want to do it, the out-of-pocket cost is $100 a month. Depending on what fitness level, we can go to a $300 or a $500 a month plan. I am using the reactive step trainer. This is a piece of equipment that helps patients with gait abnormality who maybe are doing physical therapy separately, but also want independent access to a device like this. It's a treadmill created by Biodex Rehab. So a form like this could cover some of the cost of them using this on their own as part of their fitness program. And so what I do is I look at their Aetna Medicare insurance card. I get their subscriber ID. I'm going to do this with you guys while you're here. Obviously, I get their date of birth. This is all just made up information right now because I just want to show you what this looks like. We put in their phone number. They're going to be last name, first name, middle initial. We're going to make up an email address, street address, city, state, zip. And then you come down to section 2. So section 2 is for memberships. The itemized receipt must reflect only the current year plan. If your fitness activity or membership spans multiple years, please ask for an itemized receipt that covers only the current year. So I give them only 2024 monthly payments on the itemized receipt that I provide. So it asks for the retailer. This is your business name. I'm typing in Total Therapy Solutions, LLC. It's asking for the location. This is your business address, 20 Overbrook Drive, Suite D, Monroe, Ohio, 45050. Then down here, it's saying fitness or activity member start date. If they started January, February, March, whatever. Right now, we're in December of 2024. So I've got clients that maybe they started in June. So I would say 06/01 2024, ending 12/01 2024. And then if I did anything, activity or fitness supply. So maybe you're not selling a membership, but maybe you're selling equipment. You're helping your beneficiaries. They want you to get them a QB. They want you to get them a recumbent bike, all the way down to, a dumbbell, TheraBand, whatever you're selling. They could get reimbursement for purchasing fitness equipment. Then they have a section here for wearables. So if you're doing something with a tracker or a wearable device, you could put the information in here. They're looking for the member's signature, the acknowledgement. And then attached to this, you would just print out an itemized receipt. For me, I can't show you one because I can't violate patient privacy, but basically what you've got is you've got the patient's name, patient's home address, patient's contact information, business information, the months, if it's a membership, the months with payments and how did they pay, when did they pay, cash, check, credit card. And then at the end, you just have a little closing statement. I usually look at this list and I give them a description. So this is a wellness fitness membership for independent exercise, grants the client access to the facility with scheduled appointments. I've had clients that are using this form that are receiving up to $600 reimbursement per year. Now, there's nothing on this form that limits it to $600, but their particular policy was limited to $600. I don't know if there's different policies with different allowed amounts, but in any case, this is an amazing opportunity for you to help your client move beyond just covered physical therapy, occupational therapy services into the world of fitness, wellness, building resilience, building strength. And like I said, if you're going to go into purchasing specialized equipment, like we have the reactive step trainer, this is an element that I can use that would not be accessible under physical therapy reimbursement, but that would allow individuals to have access to specialized equipment. If I can't afford the equipment, I'm not going to bring it into the clinic. The clients are not going to get access to it. So this is one way to kind of bring in the added revenue that I wasn't eligible for before to pay for some specialized equipment. Guys, if you have questions, if you want to grow your physical therapy practice, if you want to kind of look at things a little differently, let me know. Post a question in the comments and I'll catch you on the next video.